we are entering what I hope is the beginning of the ramp up for publicity for season 2 of The Wheel of Time, with a drop that just happened at New York Comic Con, where they released I don't know what to call it, like a not a teaser. In my files, I called it a sizzle reel. I don't know what to call it. A sneak peek with lots of clips from the upcoming season. So when that happened, I immediately put out the bat signal for my dream team. Sorry, of Pez and Bree. Pez being an expert in costume design, and Bree being a best-selling science fiction and fantasy author. And yeah, so that's what we're here to do. We're here to analyze and go way too deep into all of the costumes. In this video, we're just going to be talking about the Seanchan. And as far as book spoilers go, I think it's probably safe to say full book spoilers, but I know there is a specific spoiler in this one from Crossroads of Twilight, which is book 10 of the Wheel of Time book series. So if you've seen the first season and you've read that far, you are safe. To be perfectly safe, though, because our conversation, we just go full spoilers. I would say you should have read the whole book series. So, yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into it.
Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, babe. Let's be nerdy, let's be nerdy, babe.
How do you do this? Like, I know you've got the land. Wait, no, that's not land on you, is it?
It is land. It's zoom out. It's the land poster, but I tried this different shirt, and so I put the Wheel of Time thing across there.
Nice.
So I was like, that's kind of cool.
That's super cool.
That is very cool. I really like your duck. Yes.
I was trying on all the ridiculous hats in animes, and I found the duck, and yeah.
I spent more time than I want to admit getting this tiara perfectly placed against my bun, and then making it the color of the Seanchan armor.
But it looks divine.
Yes, I am going to swear the oaths.
You are both dressed appropriately. I, on the other hand, am a floating head. So, okay, I guess we can just jump into it. I think you both have looked at these costumes way more than I have, because you were awake while I was sleeping. And I woke up to my phone being like, yes, there's a bajillion messages having been sent on Twitter. So,
just a few. We were a little excited, because as you know, the Wheel of Time fandom is always chill and calm and reacts proportionately to any information that we are given.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start sharing. Who do we want to start with?
Anybody.
Oh,
I have organized them into folders,
and you named the Seanchan number 1. So I have a feeling
that I have to say, I am here to swear the oaths. I obey, wait, and serve, having seen these costumes.
They're amazing.
They truly are. They are remarkable. I don't even know what else to say. They are remarkable costumes.
They spent so much money on the Seanchan,
they really, really did. I mean, you can see the capitalism in these shots.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
These are our capitalist overlords.
Yes, indeed. I just opened the first one, so let's talk. She's terrifying.
So yes, this is the gold helmet. I went in pretty hard on Lady Suroth, High Lady Suroth.
I agree.
And we don't know for sure that it's Suroth, but it's definitely a Seanchan High Lady now. I think that is beyond.
I think we can just call her Suroth for the sake of discussion.
I think it's Suroth.
I am all about those fingernail thingies. I feel like I've seen those sorts of things on something in another movie or show recently, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Like where you put you don't have ridiculously long fingernails, but you wear them.
You wear them.
That, they're clipped. I don't know what to call those. Do those have a name?
If they do, I don't remember what it is right now.
Sorry, I just suddenly realized they probably do, and Pez might know, but I guess, yeah.
The thing that I thought was really interesting about her costume in this particular shot, I mean, we'd seen the close-up on her face, right? Or what we can see of her face.
Yeah.
But she's got raven's wings, there framing her
Okay, yeah.
head at the top of the
Yeah.
helmet, and then there's that rib cage with the crest, and it comes around and it forms the tusks,
Oh,
and then
yes,
she's
yeah.
got the shoulders that kind of match, but the shoulders could also almost evoke like the head of a bird with the beak going over the shoulder. I don't think that's what they're trying to do, but it's sort of that shape,
Mhm.
which I really loved. But the thing that I was absolutely taken with now that I've read the books is how much pleating there is in her costume. You can see the intricate pleats like all the way from her neck down her
Mhm.
chest. And then there's also really intricate pleating in her sleeves. And I
Yeah.
loved it because there's a whole scene in one of the books where a Seanchan character kind of has an unhappy moment with some clothes, and somebody else goes to the trouble of getting her fabric so that she can have what she wants, and it's all about the complicated intricate pleating.
Ah.
And so
Can,
I was thrilled to see that little tie into the books there. And it's all
can I?
silk.
Can you say the name? Because I will just
Yeah,
put the
we're
spoiler
full
warnings,
spoilers, so
Okay.
and I can't remember because I kind of skipped costume
It was
details.
Tuon.
Tuan.
Matt
Okay.
Matt took Tuon into that village, and they bought like all kinds of silk and brought it
Yes.
back, and then like they had one of the dresses ready for her right before they had to skip town because of something Matt did.
Mhm. Mhm.
The usual Matt,
Yeah. Of course.
the Matt maneuver.
Well, that is really cool. I love the color palette. Is that
Yes.
the yay? I love when I use the right words for things that I don't know what I'm talking about.
And I also love how, I mean, obviously the Seanchan are this like completely foreign culture to
Mhm.
the rest of what's it called? Randland?
yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Randland. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little new to the fandom still, so I'm figuring out all the terms, but there's still tie-ins to some of the cultures that we've seen. Like she's got this little cap sleeve that you can barely see on the
Mm.
non-fingernail side. And that shape is so similar to the Aes Sedai that we were talking about when we did the murder boarding,
Mhm.
who were from Tyr. And I mean, it's a cap sleeve. Those exist all over the world in
Mm.
our reality. So of course they do in Rand's reality, but it's still this little piece of familiarity while still being completely different from everything else. And
Yeah.
I love it.
I do want to say the colors like super interest me.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't know if this is like I did go and look, and like I found the Seanchan flag, but it wasn't really particularly colorful.
Mhm.
And so like it is interesting to me because the only colors that I really think about with the Seanchan is the gray for the
Yeah.
Damani, and then like the
And
blue and red.
blue. Yeah, blue and
Blue
red.
and red for the Suldam.
Mhm.
And she's got the blue and the red, but like orange and blue
Yeah.
is such a like, you
It's a
know,
that's a color
contrasting.
combination that I don't see very
Yeah.
often.
Okay,
And
you
it's
can.
great because blue and orange are opposites on the color wheel. And
Yeah.
so they make
Yeah.
each other, completely pop. But
Yeah.
one of the things I'm actually going to be watching for with the Shanshan is they have said that there is some level of Chinese influence. I'm
Okay.
assuming we're talking Imperial Chinese, not like now Chinese.
Yeah.
Um, but if that's the case, I'm very curious to see when Tuon comes around, if she's going to be in any of the colors that were very specifically associated with the ruling house of China.
Right.
Because I'm wondering if that's where these colors come from and their meaning comes from, or if there's something else in the world building that we're going to slowly find our way to, because she's in very different colors than the other possible High Lord or Lady that we've seen. But yeah, I'm really curious to see if there's a specific color association here, because this blue and this red, we have seen both on the Shanshan soldiers that are in the
Yes.
same sizzle reel. And so are they wearing her colors? Is she showing her specific
Mm.
association with them? Is that why the Shanshan soldiers that we see with the character we believe is Turok are slightly different? Their uniforms are different, or is it because those are the death guards or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, that is because the Shanshan do seem to be like a group of people who would be very, very rigid in who can wear what.
They're branded.
Yeah, like you can wear this color, you can wear this color. Like I feel like that would be a very Seanchan thing.
You've got the length of your fingernails decided by your status. You've got your hair decided by your status.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even your name.
Yeah. So I like these high-res, Bree, these high-res shots. I love the texture on whatever this is.
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of looks like we're back with the suspenders.
I was just about to say, so now Surath is now canonically queer.
Yes.
There you go. I think it might be a crinkled silk, but they might also be trying to go toward like a textured leather or suede or something, or even a fur that's closely trimmed. I'm pretty sure it's just a textured silk that of some sort, but we'll see, because I can tell the orange part and the red part there next to the blue and the brown, that is raw silk.
Yeah.
Or Dupioni silk. But I'm not sure with the brown.
I say yeah, like I know what I'm talking. I'm like, yeah, of course, I know this.
We agree.
While we're still on this picture, I just want to look at her, like the throne in her palanquin. I'm assuming this is her I'm assuming
that's what I'm assuming too. I mean, there's so much imagery here, and we don't have context for all of it, but I can't wait to get it.
I know. Oh, it's so pretty.
I love it.
Okay, I'm just gonna go next to the next picture. I don't know what it is because I'm just the nails. Oh,
it's your nails. So these look like leather to me. Like I think they're maybe metal that's meant to look like leather. But they kind of look like they're going for like a scale pattern almost on the tip of the one finger.
Yeah.
Whereas the rings further up the finger are absolutely gold, or gold colored anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's because in the previous, like when you could see, I feel like they're connected. Are they connected?
Yeah. They're
not
I thought.
connected.
No, they're not. Like on this side, I thought they were.
Yeah, it looks like they were.
Yeah,
and honestly, I stared at that, and I really think we're supposed to believe that Seanchan woman grew those nails.
Yeah, I think we are supposed to believe that, and I think it might be a way of reinforcing the fake nails and hiding the connection, because that's got to be some serious glue.
But like the canon thinking is that would be to protect the nail, to keep it strong.
Yes. Yes.
Which is like wild.
Or just to decorate and emphasize it.
Right.
I mean, these nails are status symbol. Put some bling on them, you know?
Yeah, and I also love that in that picture, you can see the pleating around the cuff of her sleeve really closely. And it's out of focus, but there's more blue trim there along the sleeve of her robe. And I'm expecting that to be like a really broad hanging sleeve on the outer robe.
This here? This
Yep.
part here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's also pleated trim.
So
it's just like it's pleats on top of pleats on top of pleats, and I want to see more.
Yeah.
Pleats all the way down.
Oh. Yeah. I think you're right, Bree. I think we're supposed to think that she made these. These are real. I think you're right.
I mean, people can do that. I think they usually
I've seen
curl
it
a little more.
Yeah. But that would be what that would be for, I think. Those
I mean,
things
like,
on her fingers might be for like reinforcing them and keeping them to grow straight.
Do they put their nails in like a metal nail press every night when they go to bed? Like the implications of this are fascinating.
Yeah, they really are. Okay.
I hope she never sneezes.
Or that, like, I'm sorry, I'm sure I am not the only person who went, or goes to the bathroom? Like,
yeah.
What? How?
They probably have a specified servant for that.
Probably.
Obviously, judging by my background, this is the picture I can't get out of my head.
Yeah.
Just the color.
So vivid.
Oh
my
god. And I did enhance this like a tiny bit, but like only a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I was mostly just like trying to make sure that it looked as clear and as like, well lit as possible. And
And I'm pretty sure that these are Surath's men, because I'm pretty sure that's her palanquin in the background.
Yeah.
See? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And those are the big tusks, like on each level. Like, they went all out.
Yeah, those are the shredded tusks right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I love... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, you Pez, you've ruined me or improved me. I don't know how to put this. I went to see a movie here in Korea about, there's a famous Korean general, Seanchan, and they're doing like a series of movies about his life. And I went to see this movie in theaters, which meant that there were no English subtitles. Half of the movie was in Japanese because it was about a battle with Japan. What was fascinating to me, the minute the Japanese, like their samurai soldiers showed up, my brain, I think I sent you a message, Bree. I was like, Seanchan! Hello, Seanchan! It's the Seanchan! It's the Seanchan! Like, this is what, like, it's not exactly the Seanchan, but I immediately could see what Robert Jordan was basing his description on.
I love it.
Yeah, I would not have noticed that before. I would have just been, my brain would have zoned out and I couldn't. It's like, they're speaking Japanese, I'm going to think about something else. Look at these like,
They're
oh my
so
gosh.
cool. And I love how, the faceplate almost looks like the wings folded in on an insect with the legs.
Yes.
And then you've got the carapace-like armor on the back. And then you've got the Grom, I think is the three-eyed Seanchan critter. And it looks like there might even be ribs or wings on that golden chest plate, just from this brief glimpse of him we have from the side. And even when you look at their hands, because their hands are very prominent in this photo, they've got their hands super well articulated, which, I mean, that makes it easier for the actor to grab props. But I love the emphasis on the fingernails, because this is the Seanchan. We know that fingernails mean a lot to them. Yeah. And they absolutely look completely alien and awesome and terrifyingly recognizable all at once. And it's just...
Like, can you imagine if you just never seen, like, and these people just showed up and started killing?
I'm gonna surrender and take the oaths too.
I will obey.
Unless I know I can
serve.
channel, and then I'm out. But
oh my gosh.
Also, I just want to say, that the tasseled spear of the Seanchan becomes sort of a big deal because Rand has that one they threw at him, and he uses it as his little trophy / reminder.
This is gonna be a big deal.
And so the minute I saw those, I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get both why it is like a powerful, like, sort of scepter. I get why it scares people. I mean,
well, and you saw these guys coming at you, and now you've got this little redheaded farm boy, and he's holding one of those casually and acting like it's no big deal. And it's like, so he stared death in the face and he won. And he not only won, but he took one of their weapons from them intact. Like,
it's kind of a flex. Like, it's that's a
big
power move from Rand.
It really is.
But I think
love it.
If this is what he's going to be running around with, I mean, well done. You guys designed a cool prop.
Yeah,
that I hope to see more of.
I'm just sorry. I was looking, and I initially looked at these. These were eyes here, but now that I'm closely in, these are the eyes up here.
Yeah, those are the eyes, and then like the nostrils below.
Nostrils, and it looks like it's snarling, and you can see the fangs coming down from the mouth onto the shoulder.
Yep.
Those crisscross things underneath, they're on the front of the armor too, and like you can see them other places. And I'm not sure like what they are. Like,
I think it's just slits in the leather.
Yeah. It's got we're back to that big bondage vibe. A little.
That comes later with Rand, right?
Oh God, yeah. We're not subtexting.
Next shot here.
Of course you do.
Oh, here's a good shot of that crisscross stuff again from the side. And the back. Also, like the bug carapace sort of like
the back.
Cool and scary.
Yeah. It really is. Like, that's like a cicada or...
Yeah, and they don't all have them, I don't think. Like, the two that are holding Uno don't seem to have them, so I'm wondering, like, is that supposed to be, like, a quiver for... Are these archers? I mean, there's no sign of archers. Oh, wow, I just saw how creepy that helmet is. Wow!
Yeah, they've got the skull masks, too. Like, there's two. There's... these guys, and these may be the Navy guys. I think that they had skulls, and like there's a later picture of one that's like on a place that I swear might be a boat. I think it's a boat.
Wait, is that supposed to be Massima between Perrin and... So he's not only...
I think that is Massima.
He's also short, so he's short king hot. This is very weird. What the heck?
Well, to be fair, if you're standing between Perrin and
I was
Royal,
just
That's
gonna
true.
say.
That's
you
true.
could be
You're gonna look
extremely
short.
normal height.
And
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's supposed to be Elias at Perrin's shoulder.
Here? Ah,
Yeah.
it might be. That might be Elias.
Oh heck, that's a big sap stick there too. I'm just starting to notice.
Just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that is a thumping stick worthy of Nynaeve in the wrong hands.
That is a baseball bat to the head.
Can you zoom back in on the ones that are next to Perrin?
Sure.
Is that? I think that one Seanchan might be holding an axe. The one right in front of Perrin. Is he holding an axe?
This one here?
Yeah, it might just be shadows.
It might be. There is somebody who has an axe in another shot.
Right.
They're totally chopping on somebody in another
They
shot.
have to have an axe in every scene Perrin is in, so that if he gets mad, he can get away.
He can just grab an axe. Yes. Just convenient axes just all over the place.
I love it.
They're just messing with us by putting axes everywhere. Which one will be Perrin's axe?
Uno is in so much trouble. So I feel like this is the other shot of the palanquin. Like, the gesture with the fingernails to me felt like she was either issuing a stay of execution or an order of execution. And here's Uno on his knees. And
staring at the cat face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and that would be on the front of the palanquin, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, is that
unless it's actually meant
a
to
Lopar?
Yeah.
But I think it is. I think
it
looks
carved.
like it's wood.
Yeah, I feel like it's carved like the ship's mast. What do they call them? Figureheads.
Yeah,
the wary watchers.
Yes.
Yes. I also wanted to talk about something here because I don't.
Yeah.
What is?
I feel like it's a leaf hanging off of a nose ring.
Okay.
That's kind of the vibe I got too.
I feel like this is maybe one of those, you're too pretty to use in the kitchens, so you get the pretty robe.
I don't remember what they call the servants who wear the almost see-through.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be wearing see-through robes in the show, but this is like decorated and like has the gold on it, and it's very and it is an interesting, like the Seanchan, the costuming has done something with mouths, because like we have Suroth showing her mouth, the Damane have their mouth like covered with the they kept calling it a ball gag on the Dusty Wheel, but no, like the binky, and then which is much more
the binky of evil.
Yeah, the evil binky, and then if this is that too, this is covering their mouth, like. Who can speak and who
a
can't
reminder.
Speak as well.
And that's really a huge part of the Seanchan costumes too, because all of these soldiers have their mouths covered. The only uncovered mouths that we have seen with any of the Seanchan to date are High Lady Suroth. Her mouth is uncovered, but the rest of her face is hidden. You don't get to see her face, just her mouth. And the two Sildam on the ship.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of assuming that this is like her pretty servant who doesn't get to speak, and that's part of like why there's the white paint on the head and stuff like that. It doesn't look like the right costume for a Domine, and she's not wearing a collar. So that's my guess. Is that like, you have the pretty servants walking on either side of the palanquin, and then you have the soldiers bearing it and blah blah blah. So, or maybe even the pretty servants bearing it.
Now, this is the forward picture of one that we got a top view of. Yeah, this is the top view of this. See?
Okay, because that's her there.
Yeah.
And I think this is Turok, but I don't know.
Also known as Goth Wolverine with that fingernail pose that he's got going on.
Yes.
That's him in the middle right there.
That's him right here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like he's got the big collar.
Oh my gosh,
and
the high-res photos.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. Yes, you're right. He's got the fingernails there too.
Yeah, and his guards are creepy.
Yeah.
He has they have. Well, you know what? I do think that they're similar to the ones who were.
They are, but they're gilded. Like you can see the fangs really closely on these shoulders. Like these, they're fancy. They haven't seen as much action in this armor. Like they're spit and shine.
Yeah, they definitely are. And because this stands out a bit more. The mouth looks, well, maybe it's the angle, but it looks a bit more 3D.
Yeah, the fangs are terrifying, actually, in that.
And these guys are in red, whereas the other soldiers that we saw were more in blue. And if you look at Turok's, we're assuming this is Turok's collar, he's got red as one of his personal colors.
Yeah.
On his giant Doom collar. Like, it looks like the Seanchan really played a lot of Warhammer.
Okay.
They've got these huge shoulders. All I know of Warhammer is that my friends had all these miniatures with giant shoulders. So
okay. How would you fight? Like, he's supposed to. I'm sorry, the fingernails. I'm not down. Like, Blade Master? How? Okay.
How?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, and to me, like, that feels like an incredibly Seanchan thing to do something utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
And find a way to make it possible.
Fight. Well, actually, these are the Seanchan that we're seeing with blades on too. Look, all of them have a sword. They're wearing in addition to the spear, and I don't think we saw swords on Suros soldiers. That doesn't mean they don't have them. I may have just.
They were facing the opposite way, so it may be they hang on the left.
Yeah.
Because these people all have them on the left.
Yeah. And they have the pleats again. You can see the pleating in their split skirt or trousers or whatever it is. But you also have some armor pieces that are sort of reminiscent of gladiators, like these armored pieces. Yeah, that's the front center medallion, and then also the little loincloth flap thing. I'm not an armor person, unfortunately, but they're really interesting.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it does have a little bit of that like ancient Greek feeling, but like then with bugs over it.
and East Asian influences in aspects of the aesthetics. Like, these are not East Asian lifted from a culture somewhere in my experience of the armor designs, but it's a fascinating mix of things, and that makes so much sense for the Seanchan, because from our timeline, I mean, they're probably left around the time that some of the ancient Greece would have happened for us, right? And they've been out of touch ever since, so they're hanging on to aspects of the culture or the design that aren't familiar to Rand anymore, but maybe it was really important to them.
And that is something that I believe, again, I don't pay attention to the costumes, but this is something I seem to remember, is in like the way back Terra Angrial, when they see the soldiers from like right when the breaking was happening, they look like insects. And then the Seanchan come back looking like insects. So I think that is like meant to be like they are holding on to costuming from the breaking.
And this servant's costume, I think this is Turok's voice, probably.
Yes. Okay, see, like, we were before, like, I was really messed up in the last video we did because we could just see from above, and I knew there was something going on their head.
Yeah.
It looks like a shattered piece of glass. You know what it actually looks like is like when you pour something over the top of a balloon and then pop the balloon. It looks kind of like that to me, like this random fibrous growth.
See, I was thinking like roots growing up over the head.
Oh yeah,
like it has a real
yeah. And I love it because they can see out and you can see in, but the emphasis is mainly on the mouth, at least in what we can see
in this shot.
So that's my assumption, is that this is Turok's voice, the one that deals with Pad and Fane, and I always forget the pirate's name. Bail Doman, thank you.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to look at the banners, you can zoom in pretty close, which we couldn't do last time. It looks like if you look at the Seanchan one that I put in the folder, bird with lightning. Yeah, that looks a lot like what we've got there. Like, I think they did a cool interpretation of that.
Yeah.
Like, they've got this bird and there's definitely lightning.
So it's probably what? It's supposed to be Hawkwing's eagle leashing the Domine?
Leashing the power of lightning, I guess.
With the power in his talons or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just looking at the top of the tent now, and they've totally got what looks like a spinal column decorating.
Oh yeah.
Top. Like,
oh wow.
Everything is as bony and skeletal as possible.
We will creep you out. That is their whole
They
vibe.
are the Goths. They are the sea Goths.
They are
sea goths
absolutely the sea Goths.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so pretty.
They're
Yeah,
just
these are the ones with the creepy skull
terrifying.
faces again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skull faces. These ones all have
And they've
swords.
got the swords out.
Mm-hmm.
They look kind of like machetes to me. I'm sure they're not.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that
a
is the
sword
shape of
person
them.
either. Sorry,
Yeah.
sword people, but it's not your classical fantasy, we're just going to lift some double-handed European sword and call it the sword.
She
And I
absolutely
cannot
does.
wait to see what colors they end up putting on Tuon
Mm-hmm.
after all of this, because it feels like each important or significant Seanchan is going to have their own color palette, and I'm really
Absolutely.
curious to see how that's going to play out. I'm also honestly kind of waiting to see if Suroth is actually a Forsaken this time, like if they're going to condense the two things into one.
Yeah, they could. I could see that. I could
I mean, they've
see
got 13 Forsaken they have to burn through potentially.
potentially.
Speaking of
Yes.
burning through,
Yeah, this is the one that gave me boat vibes. But it's
Yeah,
mostly
'cause
just the ropes.
the
and
ropes. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
I
wood here.
You know what? I think it's a portcullis. I think it's the big heavy gate, and those are the ropes that they use to raise and lower it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that too.
Potentially, it looks
I
like
mean,
one of the
it
creepy
could also
skull
be.
ones.
But yeah, like the way they're tied, just giving me boat vibes.
Oh,
What was that? Gasp of realization.
there's sparks. Is this fireworks going up?
You're right. Those are sparks. Those
Is this
are not.
Foregate? This isn't
could
Falma.
be-
This is Foregate.
It could be because I like
Are
you
the
put
Seanchan
this in.
gonna? They can't get to Karian.
I
Part
didn't put
here.
this picture with the Seanchan. I didn't think this was Seanchan when I first saw it.
You didn't?
Oh.
No, I didn't. Now, like the helmet definitely looks like it could be, but we can't see the face. So I when I was putting things in organizing, I put this in soldiers. Because I was like, I don't know, this is a soldier of some kind.
See, there's those cross things, like the leather that's sliced on the back.
Yeah.
And the colors of the skirts and the pleating. So I just immediately was like Seanchan.
But
you're right.
It's missing the carapace, and this tunic and stuff is all shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? The belts, that's not anything we've seen on them, that belt situation. Those
And it
leather.
looks like that sword is being worn incorrectly too, from what we saw.
Where's the sword?
See the scabbard at the front?
Oh, this here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This could totally be somebody stole some armor.
Yes. I could be completely wrong and this could be Seanchan, but
you know what? I'm not sure anymore.
But the sparks makes me think, because you're right, those are sparks. Definitely sparks.
It could just be sparks from an intense
Do
fire.
you have a GIF from this one?
I do, yes.
There's something weird going on. Yeah. I'm not sure anymore. I have now backed away from certainty.
I am suspicious.
Okay. The sparks make me think Kyrian, because you're right. That is hallmark. And we know that they're going to Kyrian because of the Rosamund Pike's Instagram thing. So I know they're going to Kyrian.
Well, and
so I think
we've
Kyrian
seen
is going to explode.
images of, I believe, of Rand and Min both there.
Yes, I think they're in Kyrian. However, Matt Hatch has posted some other images of Min that show things for example, the side of her head is shaved and there's a braid in there. Now, she could just be styling her hair because she's awesome and really cool. But it also could be that she's being caught by the Seanchan. And it does look like her and Rand are in the same place. I think that's all the Seanchan images.
I think so.
So, yeah, that's the first video in this series. I'm going to try and get these out as quickly as possible. But yeah, in the next video, I know we're going to be talking about Egwene and Nynaeve, possibly someone else. I'm not sure, but I know Egwene and Nynaeve will be, and their costumes and stuff will be discussed in the next video. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the costumes and your theories. I don't know if I want to say, am I right about that final one being Kyrian versus Falma or wherever the Seanchan are? I don't know. I have no strong feelings about it. I know when I saw that picture, I didn't immediately categorize that soldier as Seanchan, and Bree did. And I can look at it and see, it does have that crisscross, the soldier has that crisscross pattern on their back. So they could be Seanchan, but I don't know. And the sparks that Pez noticed, that's a pretty, that makes me really, really think Kyrian, because Kyrian's gonna explode, I'm sure. But anyway, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like my videos and you want to support me, I do have a Patreon. It is linked in the description below. I am so grateful to my patrons. I literally, this channel wouldn't exist without you. So thank you so very, very much. And with that, I am going to end this here. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.
But this means that floating heads wear pajamas.
I know. They just
This is a whole new frontier in costume design.